Well, let's now turn to the big story that we are looking at this hour. Remember, political war of words has erupted after the Indore incident of brutality, where a trader, a bangle seller, was beaten up by a mob in Indore. In fact, opposition has questioned the Madhya Pradesh government for booking the Muslim bangle seller under the POCSO Act, while the Congress has condemned the move. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has said that hate against Muslim is spreading like cancer. MP government has hit back at the opposition, with the state home minister continuing to defend the police action against the bangle seller. Minister Mishra said that those who carry 2 to 3 different identity cards and hide their identity are criminals. Now remember, MP police had claimed that the man who got assaulted had multiple ID cards on him. So that's the issue, which is of course under investigation. A couple of things have become evident through that video, that here is a case of a man actually being beaten up. But let's first listen in to the various political voices coming in on this issue.
ये बहुत अफसोसनाक पहलू है कि उस लड़के के ऊपर, उस पीड़ित के ऊपर मुकदमा दर्ज हुआ। मैं इसकी बहुत ज़्यादा निंदा करता हूँ। और जब वो पीड़ित था, उस पीड़ित को सपोर्ट करना चाहिए था सरकार को, उसको न्याय दिलाना चाहिए था, उसको इंसाफ दिलाने के लिए प्रयास करना चाहिए था। बनिस्बत उसके ऊपर मुकदमा डालकर मॉरली उसको नीचे करने का काम करा है, दहशत में लाने का काम करा है, ताकि वो अपराधियों के खिलाफ बोले ना।
जो अपना नाम छुपाते हैं, बल्दियत छुपाते हैं, वो अपराधी हैं। ऐसे लोगों को अगर उन्होंने, जिनने मारपीट की है, उनके भी खिलाफ केस रजिस्टर्ड किया है। आप कृपा करें, ज्यादा हस्तक्षेप न करें। मध्य प्रदेश में कानून का राज है।
We are putting out the details in the FIR. There are as many as 3 FIRs now registered in this case. Now, the important part here is that the person who until yesterday was a victim is today being booked as an accused. The victim, a bangle seller, he's been now booked under sections of POCSO for allegedly harassing a minor girl. Now, this is a separate case altogether, separate from that beating up incident. This has cropped up today. So the assault victim has now been booked for cheating, forgery and criminal intimidation. This after a girl studying in the 6th standard submitted a complaint against him. She is the daughter of one of those accused of thrashing the bangle seller. As per the complaint, the bangle seller visited the girl's house on Sunday and allegedly sexually harassed her on the pretext of selling her bangles. The police also claimed that the man was carrying 2 separate Aadhaar cards with 2 different names, along with a half-burnt voter ID card. 3 assaulters have also been arrested for thrashing the bangle seller. In fact, just to get more clarity on how the political parties are reacting to this situation, this is a sensitive issue, of course. It's happened in Indore in Madhya Pradesh under the BJP government, a state ruled by the BJP. I'm joined now on the show by Mr. Raman Malik, spokesperson of the BJP, and also Dr. Anshul Abhijit, spokesperson of the Congress party. My question to you first, Mr. Malik, very good afternoon and welcome to the big story. I want to ask you that, the reaction of Madhya Pradesh Home Minister Mishra, who says that controversy started when this man described himself as a Hindu to sell bangles to women during the holy month of Sawan, while he actually belonged to another community. Now, I fail to understand as a citizen of this country, when was it a crime? Since when is it a crime for a Muslim man to sell bangles to Hindu women? From what I know, that has been happening all the while. And is the minister actually justifying the violence of that mob? Is he justifying the act of vigilante justice? Can that be allowed in this country?
See, the most important thing understood. Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so the most important thing is that these things must not be mixed up and seen. There are 3 particular issues. One is about issue of inappropriate behavior with a girl, with girls rather. That is a different matter altogether. Then the other two is, one is from this man being beaten, and the other is him having multiple identities. These are three separate issues.
Yes.
I do not justify taking law in your hand by anybody, whosoever it is. You have no rights to take the law in your own hand, and hence there has been identification and arrests happening. So let's understand that very clearly. Secondly, you cannot carry multiple identity cards like Aadhaar or voting ID card with false information. That is a crime. Not just here in Madhya Pradesh, any part of India, it is a crime for holding a document which reveals your identity, which is not.
No, Mr.
So,
Malik, may I just intervene for one point here,
just let
that
me
the
please,
crime
no,
of this
you may
man
not.
was that he was hiding his Muslim identity. That seemed to have become the issue, isn't it? So the issues
I am
are
not
connected.
cheating.
Yes, carry on.
Finish what
Please
I have
finish
to
your
say.
point.
Yeah. So these are three separate issues which are being clubbed. For those, and who are clubbing them? Those people who have always said this, oh, but the Taliban did a press conference. Oh, this is okay, but, and the last and not the least, today when the Congress talks about it, they must have a vision into their own backyard in Maharashtra, that a comment of a union minister, and they vandalize public property, they file cases against him, they try and threaten him. I want to understand today that you want to take action as per law. But sending people, breaking another political party's offices, who gives you the right, sir? Ye lynching nahi hai. And from 2002 onwards till date, what you are doing with two elected representatives from Gujarat, isn't that an intellectual lynching that you are doing for the last almost 19 years? So please, before you start preaching, look into yourself, look
No,
into your
I am
eyes and
sorry. The
face.
minister justifying the violence.
Nobody is justifying the violence. All that is happening is
Persecution
that
complex
there
that
are
Muslims are targeted all the time. Why does the religious identity even matter? Why can't it just be treated as a case of a crime? There are multiple complaints against this man. He apparently has misbehaved with women, so people get angry with such things.